Hey everybody, Chris King here with Love Live Music. Thanks for checking in on me. If this is your first time here, please hit the subscribe button. If it's your second time here, why you been gone so long? Today we're going to talk about the new Georgia EP that just came out today by Death Cab for Cutie. And let me tell you, Ben Gibbard might be the busiest man in rock and roll today as Death Cab puts out this Georgia EP. I think it's got 5 songs on it. And his other band, the Postal Service, releases a new live album that's on all the streaming services. So a lot going on, but we're talking specifically about the Georgia EP. It's where Death Cab for Cutie covers artists from Georgia, some of their biggest hits, some of their not so big hits. It's a real interesting, real great record. It's for a good cause, for the political scene over in Georgia. So let's talk about the music. First off is the track that probably caught everybody's attention the most, as they cover Waterfalls by TLC. And I would have to say that of all the tracks on this EP, it's certainly the most interesting sonically, as it really slows down the track. It's got some real interesting phasing parts harmonically of what's going on with the music as they sing over it the lyrics to Waterfalls. Don't go chasing waterfalls. You know the song. Probably the biggest hit that they've covered on this EP. Next up, the song that I was most excited to hear was their take on Neutral Milk Hotel's King of Carrot Flowers, one of my favorite songs by a band that is so highly respected, Neutral Milk Hotel, the stuff that Jeff Mangum was able to write. It really struck a chord with a lot of people. So I wanted to hear this interpretation of it, and it's good. It's a little on the nose. The way when Ben Gibbard did his Teenage Fan Club record, where he covered their Bandwagon-esque, that it was, pretty solid note for note interpretation. And I feel like that's where he is here, as well as on the next track where they do REM's Fall on Me. It's another pretty solid rendition, a straight up cover, and with no surprises. I mean, just kind of sounds like the original. They really get sonically a lot of it right, where there's some interesting reverb and echo as we get to the chorus, with the backups and all that, and they hit it right. From there, they do a tune by Vic Chestnut that says, "I've flirted with you all of my life." And this was on Vic Chestnut's very last album, In the Cut, I believe is what it was called. And that album came out about 3 months after Vic passed away. This song really addresses death, and specifically, it addresses his possible attempts at suicide. But he always wanted this to be seen as a joyful song, I guess, as a celebration that it was him overcoming those depressive bouts that led him to his suicidal attempts. Interesting point of fact for me is that Vic Chestnut played at my venue in 2003, June of 2003. He played at Sticky's Chicken Shack in Little Rock, Arkansas. And on his set list that night, he played his song Bandcamp. And interesting to me that this Death Cab for Cutie EP is only available today on Bandcamp. From there, we've got a song by Cat Power, Metal Heart. And Metal Heart, interestingly enough, was on Cat Power's album Jukebox. It was one of only 2 original tracks. So Cat Power made a record of cover songs, essentially. And I find it interesting that Death Cab would cover one of the only original songs on Chan Marshall's Cat Power cover album. All of that circles back to, how do I feel about this EP, the Georgia EP by Death Cab? I think it's pretty good. It's definitely a solid purchase. They're asking $7 for it on Bandcamp. The money goes to a good cause if you feel like throwing it out there. The thing that I find most concerning is, why only allow this to be for sale today? It's the only day that you'll be able to purchase it. And Bandcamp has done a few things like that. And I think, wow, I would have bought this if I didn't realize I had one day to be made aware of it. And that's just part of the music business. You never know what's going to happen. And if you want to know more about what I think, then check out some of these videos that are popping up on your screen. I've got a lot of them because I got nothing to do but talk about music until we can start going to see shows again. And I know that's going to happen, and I'll see you at one of them, I'm sure.